Today we're going to be making a bunch of recipes with Purefoods Corned Beef. Today we're going to show you ways to use corned beef that you may not have thought of before. They're going to be pretty quick and hopefully you get some new ideas on how to use corned beef. On the instructions of maybe the back of your can of Purefoods corned beef, it says to cook it for like 2 to 3 minutes. However, what we like to do when it comes to this application is dry it out. So you're gonna put your corned beef in a pan and cook it for about 5 to 8 minutes, which is almost more than double the time that's recommended. What you get at the end is this kind of corned beef, which is dry and almost crispy. So I prepared that ahead of time and I have some salad ingredients here, just some lettuce that I've cut up and tomatoes and a simple dressing. So this dressing is just a calamansi vinaigrette that has calamansi, olive oil, and bagoong for salt. So into our vegetables, I'm gonna add half of corned beef. So this is just 1 can. So I'm just gonna shake this dressing before I pour it on. So I'm just gonna keep mixing this. And that's pretty much done. As you can see, with a few simple ingredients and just some easy tips and tricks, you can make a really nice, yummy, healthy salad. And here I have the rest of my can of corned beef. And I'm just gonna evenly put it on the top. So this is how you make a corned beef salad, which you can enjoy any time of the day. So the next thing we're gonna do is a corned beef dip. Aside from breakfast, a lot of people use it as a snack. And this is kind of just a different way to utilize the corned beef. It's inspired by a Reuben sandwich. I have some cream cheese. So I'm just gonna put this into a bowl. You want your cream cheese to be room temperature. Then I have some chopped up pickled jalapeno. And a Reuben traditionally is corned beef with Thousand Island dressing, cheese, and sauerkraut. Here I have some pickled cabbage, which will kind of take place of the sauerkraut. So I'm just gonna mix about half of this in there. And then another thing that's really important in a Reuben sandwich is Thousand Island dressing. So I just have some here. It's a mayo-based dressing. So I'm gonna use about 2 heaping tablespoons. And then I have some shredded mozzarella cheese. You can use grated cheddar cheese. I'm gonna use half of it inside the dip, so that inside the dip there's something cheesy and stretchy. But then I'm also gonna use half of it for the top so it gets nice and brown. So just mix everything together. This is another can of corned beef that I cooked in the same method. We use the salad. We're just gonna put the corned beef in a layer on the bottom of our baking dish. I kind of like layering the corned beef as opposed to mixing it in with everything else. So I'm just gonna add the rest of this on top as well. And then the mixture or the dip goes on top of everything. So I'm just gonna spread it evenly over the top. Make sure everything gets nice and covered. And then I'm gonna sprinkle over the rest of the cheese. So we're just gonna pop this in the broiler again for a minute or 2 at the very highest rack, just to get the cheese nice and melted and the dip nice and warm. And in a couple of minutes, I'll show you guys how the finished dip looks like. And then that's pretty much it. So this is our corned beef Reuben inspired dip. And then we'll move on to making our corned beef and olive oil pasta. I have a pan here just on medium low, and I'm just gonna use a couple tablespoons of olive oil and then a lot of garlic. So this pasta is only like 2 servings, but this is 6 cloves of minced garlic. So the inspiration behind this is sort of like an aglio olio, which is just olive oil, garlic, and chili. But here we're adding corned beef just to kind of bulk it up a little bit and make it a bit more of a main course. So you're just gonna heat your garlic until it gets soft. I'm gonna put my chopped red chili in with the garlic already. Once your garlic and your chili has softened, you're just gonna add 1 can of corned beef. So I'm just gonna mix this for 2 to 3 minutes over medium-high heat. Then we're gonna add in our pasta. Then you just wanna toss it all together until it's well coated. And that's pretty much it. It was super easy, super simple. Just a can of corned beef, some aromatics, and some pasta. And you have a nice way to enjoy corned beef that isn't for breakfast. So here we have our 3 non-breakfast corned beef dishes using Purefoods Corned Beef. Here we have our Filipino salad with calamansi vinaigrette and crispy Purefoods Corned Beef. Here we have our Reuben-inspired dip. And here we have our super simple corned beef and olive oil pasta with garlic and chili. Try these 3 corned beef recipes na sobrang sarap. So we hope you guys got some ideas on how to use corned beef in different ways. And if you do try these, let us know in the comments below. Tag us. And we hope you enjoy. Now I'm gonna eat all of this by myself. Bye!